Hi, I'm Art Kessler, president of the Dystonia Medical Research Foundation. I want to thank all of you who supported the foundation this year and all of you who make up the DMRF family. The generosity of our supporters is something we never take for granted, and we want to keep you informed of all the good things that your support made possible. Dystonia is a disorder that affects the brain and nervous system. Research is showing us that the problem lies in the complex network of pathways in between certain brain structures. When these pathways don't function properly, the parts of the brain responsible for movement cannot communicate normally, and the result is dystonia. All over the world, every day, dystonia investigators are exploring these complex networks in the brain and literally uncovering new pathways towards a cure. This year, the DMRF supported 11 research grants in partnership with outstanding dystonia investigators and 4 research fellowships to engage up-and-coming young researchers. Dystonia-funded research explored brain networks, applied cutting-edge new technologies to study dystonia, explored genetics, and pushed closer towards the ultimate goal of new and better treatments. The DMRF is following every possible lead towards a cure, thanks to the invaluable guidance of the Medical and Scientific Advisory Council, which is led by our scientific director, Dr. Malin DeLong of Emory University. These dedicated clinicians and scientists donate their time and expertise to make sure our science strategy is smart, assertive, and effective. We continue to train young movement disorder specialists through our clinical fellowship program so that more dystonia experts are available to those who need treatment. We know how difficult it can be to find a physician with the knowledge to treat dystonia, and we are proud to be doing our part to put more movement disorder specialists out into the community. The DMRF hosted a number of important scientific meetings this year, including workshops focused on targeted drug discovery and myoclonus dystonia. We also supported a meeting to identify new opportunities to advance dystonia research at the National Institutes of Health, which is the government's federally funded medical research institution. A very important part of supporting dystonia research is advocating to the government for continued and increased federal funding of opportunities for investigators. As part of the Dystonia Advocacy Network, we continue to influence the federal dollars allocated to research. As a direct result of our efforts, a total of $13 million in new dystonia research has been supported through the Department of Defense. This is a vitally important funding stream for dystonia research and would not be possible without the hard work of our volunteer advocates who work year-round on this issue. While we are working on the next research breakthroughs, we are also providing help and hope to families when they need it the most. Over 50,000 people depended on the DMRF this year for information and support. We distributed 110,000 copies of our newsletter, the Dystonia Dialogue. If you are not a Dystonia Dialogue subscriber, I encourage you to sign up. The newsletter provides information you won't find anywhere else. The DMRF hosted 8 educational meetings and 20 community events across the country, plus online webinars. DMRF peer support leaders spent countless hours offering support to people locally and online. Our support leaders are among the dystonia community's heroes, as vital as the doctors who care for patients and the researchers working toward a cure. At the very end of each year, I look back and feel more impressed and more hopeful about everything we have been able to accomplish together. There's always more work to be done, but we will never be satisfied until we can put the DMRF out of business because a cure is available and no person or family is ever burdened by dystonia. Our progress is possible because of your support and everyone who works so hard to make our programs happen. On behalf of the DMRF Board of Directors and our staff and volunteers, thank you for supporting the DMRF this year. Please stay in touch by joining our mailing list or email list or finding us on Facebook or Twitter. And thanks again for all of your support.